Michael, what about Bitcoin in 2018? I got to ask you that first.
Well, I mean, right now, Bitcoin is this speculation phenomenon, but where really these Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies become important is as they really are currencies and they're used to pay for things. And that's where this is interesting because it ends up being an incredibly effective and efficient vehicle for payments across borders, for trading in goods,
right,
not necessarily in a speculative phenomenon. So I wouldn't be surprised if it rises and falls. Where it gets more practical is it's being used.
Right, but the wild volatility, though, I mean, that is a deterrent, though, for it being more widely adapted, right?
Right. I mean, this is every time you look at cycles of inflation and deflation, we're seeing that in real time with Bitcoin. Once it's more stable, then people are going to be able to use it. And once there's a market where there's not just liquidity from trading, but there's actual vehicles where I can buy something or pay for it with Bitcoin, it becomes much more valuable.
Okay, so let's get to, that's Bitcoin. I'm sure a lot of people are looking at it into 2018, but what are some of the big trends that you think are going to be different in 2018 than this year?
Yeah, I think there are a couple things. First of all, we're going to see the digital assistant, and I mean Alexa and Google and Siri, they're all going to break free from the speaker. And so we think that next year, or really towards the end of next year, we're going to hit peak speaker, which is the speaker sales are going to peak because we're going to have
they've only just begun.
They've only just begun, but more and more, the digital assistant, which is really what this war is about. Who gets to own the digital assistant? Who gets to own the front end of artificial intelligence?
Right.
All of those digital assistants are going to be embedded in your TV, in your refrigerator, in your car. And if you look at the price of the digital assistants, they're already falling to the point in the last couple of weeks, either the Google Home, the smallest version, or the Echo Dot, they're around $20.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And so that's one trend that we see. The other is really we're going to see a huge explosion around augmented reality. We look at virtual reality where with the Oculus Rift and the other headsets, that's really not going to take off. The prices of those are dropping, but the usage isn't rising. Augmented reality, which people are getting used to right now, using their phones through either their iPhone or their Android phone with, in the case of the iPhone, all sorts of augmented reality applications are being built. And so we think it's not just going to be about consumer applications, it's going to be about enterprise and B2B. And that's where this is going to become an enormous business in the next couple of years. And finally,
Michael, you mentioned it.
We look at where consumers are going to be spending more and more time using tech and media.